I don't want to hear. Okay? I want to hear. Smooth as you can. Let's go. I'll say the words. One, jaw getting tense. Give yourself a few breaks. open up in the middle of the breath. What I like to do is to breathe outside of the straw, if you know what I mean, and it just gives the jaw a little break. The other thing is you can find throats getting a little tense. Again, if you breathe with an open mouth like you're taking in a yawn, that'll relax your throat down. Sometimes we might feel at the end of the song a little bit like we've done a workout, because you have. This is like weightlifting for your voice. And especially if you're singing either quite high or quite low in your range, you might not be used to using the muscles in that way. So, keeping it as relaxed as possible. Every breath is an opportunity to relax our voice and relax our throat and relax our jaw. And singing what you need to. Hands up here who has to sing every single note. Hands up here who has to sing every single note of the song. No one. Joe Cerruti, whose chorus just came fourth in the world with a 90.5. Yeah, amazing. He told us, and I believe him, that his chorus sing each 70% of the song. They take 30% off. They have to send in recordings to the music team of them, and if they're not taking enough space, the music team will send them back the music with bars written, do not sing, do not sing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I find it very hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard not to.
It's something you have to literally plan and practice. And you can't plan it in isolation. Because you have to know who's beside you and how many are usually going to sing that or breathe that or whatever. But his recommendation is not to take a little breath, but to take a big relaxed breath. Take a bar. Don't even do a bar. It's way less noticeable than, because that comes out. But if you just go for a bar and keep going. I was watching lots of the Barbershop Harmony Society in International, the World Championships of Barbershop has been on this week. And I was watching lots of it, and the chorus who came fifth is called Parkside Harmony, and they're run by a friend of ours called Sean Devine, and a world champion himself in quartets, but also a phenomenal director. And he sings in with his chorus. He wasn't conducting them at all, and I could see him taking time off. He has this really big smile, like this. He closes his eyes and smiles. He's a very charming man, and you could just see him going, oh, that's your bar off there, Sean, you're going. And then he'd start again. And he didn't look disengaged. And I was watching him because I was like, when's he going to conduct them? How are they doing so well? So probably not everyone was watching him as closely as I was. Because I was like, how are they doing all of this without you moving your arms? He was sitting over here. I'm not just pointing at Gay. He was sitting in that part of the course.
He wasn't mouthing.
He just did the Sean smile when he breathed. Because he can get away with anything, I think. But the thing is, it clearly didn't impact the chorus there after getting the medal. What you will notice is a complete drop in attention. So he's still there. People will see that one. But if he just smiled, I was like, is he singing? Zoom in. No, he's not. I think we should individually plan a couple of spaces in those songs, because they're long. There's a lot going on, we're working hard, and it's very much a kind of like a training game. You have to be able to be full of energy and full of life and full of music and still engaging brain by the end of the second song, not just in rehearsal when we're doing little bits. So taking breaks is the best way to do that, I think. Speaking of Barbershop Harmony Society, historic, ladies and gentlemen, the very first female quartet champions were crowned last night. GQ, champions of the world. Yeah, they'll be the first ladies ever inducted into the Association of International Champions, the special room where the gold medal quartet winners go and stay for their lives. And they get their own show. The AIC has its own show at every international. Totally separately ticketed. Unreal. Best thing I've ever seen in my life. This is stupid good.
Did you see the Champions Choir? I just saw it on Facebook.
I saw it the year I was there.
Okay, yeah.
Like all of the quartet champions in the last few years sing in a chorus with Tony DeRosa, who has 5 gold medals, conducting them. And he was like,
That's just what
just true. Yeah. But yes, very exciting. Very exciting. And the chorus that won, Ambassadors of Harmony, were just totally phenomenal. They did one kind of calm one and one, bananas with it, and all the rest of them ripping off teeth. But it was great. It was really good. So Joe Cerruti's chorus were the ones we did a concert with last year, the Ambassadors, or Alexandria Harmonizers. And then the other group that were in were Metro Voices, which was the ladies group that was over with us, and they competed too, and they did really, really well. And their director, Samantha, who was here, who sang that beautiful solo, she's just got her gold medal for World Champion. So you know some very famous people. So yeah, really exciting. Okay, I want to do a little bit of work through Love Walked In, and then we're going to do a little bit of work through the other one about heart. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then towards the end, we'll do just a few things through Go the Distance so we don't forget it. We're not going to spend wild amounts of time owning Go the Distance, we're just going to apply all of our good knowledge to it. That's the goal. Okay. With no straws, can you please sing Love Walks In?
Standing, sitting.
You can stay sitting for a moment because we're going to work on a little bit for a while. In front of us, like we're a bell ringer in Notre Dame, and you've got to hold on to it, and slowly, it's really heavy, so it takes a while to pull it down, and your arms have tension in them, and your hands have tension in them all the way. This is not what I'm talking about. This is not a wobbly arm thing. I want I don't have muscles to show you, but if I did, you would know. They are tense right now, I promise. Okay, that's what I want the whole beginning to be. It needs to be soft, but it can't be floppy. Yeah, that was the word that was in my head, and I was trying to find a better one. But yeah, it can't be floppy, It can't be without energy. It has to be like a small laser beam, rather than like a sort of yeah? Okay. Oh, tuning was really good, well done. One more time, no lawnmowers, please. Let's hold on to our rope. I think we need to slide just a little bit less because we're sliding at different times. So I would prefer if it was more like a portamento than a slide. What I mean is not da, but da. There's the very smallest wiggle there to make it smooth, but it's not a rung, it's not a plane. Just because it's hard to get those exactly together. For your rope, every time you take a breath, you can go back up to the top. Say it again, lovely. That was bananas. Do it again. Nice. Ropes ready. Same over here. Same. I'm kind of getting a long E in the middle of it. And I know it's on a low, so just like when we were going through our straws leads, when we're low, you totally relax out. There's so much more happening. We don't need you to go same, okay? Really relaxed. Can you do that at half that volume, please? Nice. Ropes ready. Part of the song. Does that make sense? I just want to make sure we're still recording. I think we are. Yay. Okay. I think this is the hardest part of the song because it's probably the wiggliest. It's probably the most rubato, the one where we're changing the time the most. So we have to feel it together and we have to sing it beautifully together. The other reason it's hard is because there's lots of little traps for us in it. Obviously not written on purpose, it's just the way the language works. There's lots of diphthongs where we get two vowel sounds coming together like a, those sorts of things that we have to make sure we're singing the first vowel sound first. I don't mean the first vowel letter, I mean the sound that it makes, because those are different things. So if we're singing same, say, rather than say, because if we get stuck there, it's not a lovely noise. So the diphthongs in that on a long note, that's a tricky thing. We have to be thinking about those. And then the last one is that some of our long notes, oh, there's some new breeze in that note, that's nice. Some of our long notes are on an E, which is a hard vowel to be beautiful on. And we always have to think in a more this direction than this one. Because we get E or E. It's really about the shape of our mouth. Let's give it a go. On that note seems fine. Let's do a really E. Go. E. And get louder. E. Yeah. When you push that sound, when you get louder on it, it gets Yeah, doesn't it? Go again. This really wide flat E. E. Louder. Let's not do that one. Let's try E. We just make a little bit more space in our mouth. And even imagine we're going to say an A and then do E at the very end. So let's do E gently in this direction. E. And much nicer noise. And much nicer noise. This is something that we are going to have to work hard habit breaking. Because in our speech we're not going, you know, it's not what we do normally every single day. So in this song we need to work really hard, especially in the intro where lots of those long phrases end on a big E noise, and we want to grow at the end of a phrase because that's barbershop. We have to make sure that that noise we're making is allowing us to be beautiful all the time. And that direction thing is the way to do it. There's probably lots of ways of explaining the difference between that and that, but you heard it?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, let's do that intro again. We don't need ropes unless you particularly want a rope. I think probably the hardest job support-wise is for the tenors in this, because you're actually relatively high for a song that's mixed, and we need you to have presence in your sound, but not be the only people in the room, you know. It's not a problem, but you're the ones who have to work the hardest. You are looking very hard. Yeah, keep doing it. Same again. I'm going to add loads of things in because you're very capable. Do you remember what we do when the pitch goes?
Engage.
He's got it. There we go. Whew, got it. Nah, we're saying, what's the first word of the song? Oh, it's tenderly. We're putting on our tenderly face, okay? Nice. Gents, you start on a high note. And what tends to happen is when you're going for the note, you come at it from below and you hear like a fifth, bumpy, a little ree. Can you drop in on it from above? See? Have that thought in your head. Because we've got 3 in a row. Ree, ree, ree. They're all in tune. I can't complain. But if you were to just go, that would be great. And you have the hardest job for the first note because you're high in your register. Let's go again. Tenderly faces. On every one of those E's. When you sing it through thinking about it, there's a lot, aren't there? Yeah. Well done. That was brilliant. I'm going to do it again. We're trying to lock this good habit in, okay? Let's go from...
To
without losing your will to live. So I want that magically to magically stay. Magically, I always sing the lead, sorry, I know that there are other parts, it's just stuck. Magically. And the audience will be like, oh, this is great. They'll be edge of their seats, but only if you stay with that edge of your seat energy rather than Jesus Christ, would you ever. Do you know what I mean? You guys have to stay excited. Even if you don't feel excited, you have to stay excited. You have to say like, yeah, I love holding this note. It's so good. The chorus that won the Ambassadors of Harmony are directed by Johnny Maroney, who was won a Vocal Spectrum, again, a world champion in his own right. And he does now, there was 127 of them on stage. Unreal. It was like an army.
Yeah.
But he does this thing, they'll sing the last note, and then he'll be like, yeah. And then he'll go down, and they'll look at them. He's always facing the audience, of course, you know. And they're like, yeah. And then he'll go,
Yeah, I've seen that.
and like, they're like, me. Genie, he's only starting the crescendo down there. But they are on it the whole time. All 127 of them, well, presumably there's a few people picking their nose, but like, the vast majority of them are like, yeah, and it's nearly like a game. You can see it when they were doing their championship performance, like, we've just won, we're going to sing it again. Everyone had clearly had a pint. Do you know that one? Yeah. He was like looking back at them like, I'm going to hold it for longer. And they were like, yeah, but we're going to sing it. And I kind of like that little energy. Like, you know, yeah, you think we can't do it? We can do it. And very much like a playful way of doing it. Really nice. Okay, let's do that beginning again, and we will go into the song from there. If the E thing is making sense to you, do it every time. Keep going for the rest of your life. If you're not sure you're doing it, I would advise doing a posher E than you think is necessary. What is that? Oh, it's not a mosquito, that's fine. Like if you need to go, that's fine. Whatever you need to do to make the noise that won't come out as when we get louder. Everything works nicely if you're quiet enough, but we have to do these beautiful crescendos, and we don't want them on something that's going to sound hoarse. So let's go again. Tenderly faces.
Tenderly, softly, to my life you came. Could I know my drear world would never be
with just as much energy and just as much beauty, 2 notches quieter, just to give us somewhere to go. Because I think there's, sit down for a sec. You guys love singing loud, and I love that about you. But I want to save it for showing off later. If we do it at the start, it kind of takes away the impact a little bit. She's a humid day, drink up, friends. Okay, and there's a water bottle filler inside if you want as well. Oh yeah, there's one thing I actually wanted to look at. It was something that was nervous in Germany. And I didn't know if it was me or you. But I felt nervous about it on the stage. And I had forgotten about it until I was listening to the song today. And I was like, in the car, and I was like, oh yeah, what was that? So I have to find it now. It's a do we take a breath or do we not moment. And there was this like moment, you know that thing where it's like a strike of lightning goes across your heart in the middle of a performance because you're like, oh no, you're that wrong. It was that, that's what I felt. And I was like, I don't know if I was doing it wrong or if you weren't sure or if I didn't show it right, but let's figure it out. It is midway through the song, and it's one of those cases where we're coming up to a peak, and some of them we breathe slightly before the peak, and some of them we breathe slightly after. So I just want to make sure that we know what we're doing. Where's my notated score? Got it? I have a notated score, that's the one I want. I might have left it at home. I have a score, but I want my score. No, I'll just have to do with a score. Yeah, I think it was at 44. One look and I forgot the name of the past. Just one look and I found my future at last. There is a breath. I might have done you dirty in Germany now that I think about it. But look, we did fine. But yeah, there was a sort of just a moment of, we're 44. There was a moment of uncertainty about, are we breathing, are we not? That one is a yes. The one we go through is the next one where we go through to the word love, because it's our most important, okay? So sitting down just for a geography moment, can we go from the one look and I forgot the previous past, remembering that we need to start this quite soft with lots of energy and support, but quite soft so that we've got somewhere to go. And it starts with the leads and they're on a B. One look and I forgot, and it's here on a G. So we're going from 37, please. One, and then we get one. What are you guys on? 1, 2, 3, 4. You're on a G as well. Yeah. So we've got one. The leads begin, and then everyone's in on the second beat. 3, 4. One look and I forgot the gloom of the past. Just one look and I have found my future at last. One look. Let's do that a couple of times because we just need to settle into it. We know where we are now?
Yeah.
Probably gentler. If we start gentler, it gives them a chance to be gentler. So hold it like it's something delicate. And we're singing wah. Really, we are. 1, 2. Lovely. And I forgot the gloom little bit more speed after that breath. One look and I found my future at last. Make sure you're not going last. Make sure you're saying last. One. Look and I had found is what I want and I'm getting. Look and I. We're not at the kick line yet, friends. That comes later, okay? So move through that a little bit more. We just need to watch, particularly in leads and baritones, that vowel on last. Don't let it get wide like an E. Make sure it's in this nice, slightly posher direction. Sure, loads of you are from the south side. It shouldn't be a problem. Okay, say something.
Four notes are the same. Four keys. Yeah, one
Yeah.
Don't do Phil.
Harry for time.
So we don't.
Very good, faces. Nice, faces. Faces specifically. A lot of people breathe after found before my future. One look and I had found my future. Just don't all pick there. Some people pick somewhere else. There's kind of a gap in the bass sound. It's just, I get it, it's a logical place, but we can't all do it. Okay, same place, 1, 1, 1. Or wah, wah. Wah, sorry, I was really out of tune. Wah. Wah, wah. Wah, wah. Leads first. Gently, with lots of support. One look and I forgot the gloom of the past. Just once or just there, and I have found my future at last. One look and I have found a world completely new. Make it beautiful. When love walked in with you. Baritones, I need you to start that a tiny bit quieter and grow a little bit more. I got 2 louds, which is like stage 1 of being a great baritone. I need stage 2 now. In, and make sure we're not going in, it's in. So we're growing through the first note rather than being loud on both of them. And the place you're actually aiming for is the changeover. It's, funnily enough, it's the second note can relax once you've got to it, but it's the getting there that's the interesting thing. That's the tension in it. Because we want you to sing that because that's the tonic, but you're just a little bit above it and we're like, oh, are they going to do it? And then you do, and it's great. So it's the tension that we're looking for, okay? This is next level baritoning. This is not ordinary baritoning. This is next level. And you're ready. Look and I have found. Yes. Doesn't that make life easier?
Yes.
Okay. Going to do an experiment. No, 2 experiments. The first one, can we do that section through our straws, please? It might be easier to stand with the straws just for breathing. It's just healthy conversation, right?
Yes.
Definitely not spit.
I'm looking around this room.
and do it without me. One, two, leads first. And that's very good for me because I listen to you more when I'm not sitting right waving my hands. Interesting.
We slow down.
You sing better when you know I'm looking at you. I honestly don't think it's like spectacular conducting style. I think it's just like pressure. So,
I didn't know what was happening first when.
yeah, so moving through things definitely. We've been singing this for like a year.
Yeah.
Like we've had it together probably for a year, which is great. And in barbershop, that's like step one, you know. There's so many. It's not in our pockets yet. There's so much more we could do. But I think that one of the things that we need as a chorus is to kind of feel that timing, that ebb and flow in this song together, without me having to point everything. And the second thing is that we need to get much more into the habit of doing those slightly longer, rounder, prettier vowels than allowing to come in without me going all the time. This is very effective and it works. And I go, oh, and you'll go, oh yeah, I have to do that thing. But we need to get much more in the habit of doing it ourselves. And then the third thing I noticed is particularly, look and I had found that section, again, not the lead line, everybody. There are some people being heroes there and not taking a breath, and the sound is going from lovely to strained by the end of that phrase, which I don't hear when I'm waving my arms, but I definitely heard it there, and I don't think that's probably the same every time. So if you're getting to the end of that phrase and you're not at optimum singing at loads of air, then you need to take a breath somewhere. Take a note off, take two notes off. Look at the people around you, there's so many of them. The tenors have it sorted, so I don't need to worry about them. But like for leads, for baritones, for basses, I did that the wrong way around, you would be much better off taking the breath than going, look, because we're getting a strained sound on that founder world. Because people are like, oh, I won't breathe because I'm nearly there. Breathe. One more time, no conducting from me, listening to you guys.
I
you used to hear you in lots of different places. And 2 leads, I don't mind who, just pop up those 2 seats. Thank you very much. We're going to do a bit of You'll Be in My Heart. And we're going to start with the straw.
Rose stole my.
A rose. He's vicious, yeah.
He's 5.
He's 9.
He's only 5. Don't stop my straw.
Okay, let's sing it through straws, please. I think I'm going to move that last lead entry to just being on the beat, so everyone comes in together on the beat. You did it that time anyway, and I think that probably is just the safest thing. I will amend the sheet music and the track. So. Hold on, they'll see and see in 1, 2, 3. Everyone, I know. I think that's just going to be safer. Everyone's just going to come in on 1. Bringing in leads on 4.5 has only created problems. It hasn't fixed itself, and everything else has. So let's make the music work for us. Okay? Beautiful, so much gorgeous legato singing. I think we can do more. I think we can be legatoer. Okay? Because I think you're starting to really get the concept of it, so let's really do it. This is such a mushy song, in a good way. Really, single. It's such a, it's so flowy, and there's so much lovely lines and beautiful harmonies that I think we can show them off a little bit better. So, can we take out our cups, please? And sit on down, please.
Sit on.
Can we fix the environment that I will be here, don't you cry? Because everyone, our students are supposed to be coming in.
Oh, I know!
And it's just still not happening.
Yeah. Yeah. That actually might just be something that we make the music work for us on. And accept that fate.
Fair. If we have the right to then
Yeah. Oh, I've said it about everybody. Yeah. Yeah. Have you got cups?
Yes.
The idea of the cup is to hear yourself very nicely. Leave your chin free so that the air can get out, okay? So you're literally microphoning back to yourself. And I want you to listen for smoothness. I want you to listen for additional consonants that don't need to be there. So we're going for smooth from the beginning. I still have a semitone lower coming out, both in the leads and in the basses. Ah is the note, it's there, there. Come at it from above. We're getting a kind of a essential that we begin correctly. Can all of the ladies put their hands in the air, please? I want you to go hum when you sing the note. Listen first. That shouldn't be there. It's this one. Let's go first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you remember we were going to do a thing? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. But it just keeps that really smooth line, and then The one line that's quite tricky because it has lots of single syllable words. I will be here, don't you cry. 7 single syllable words in a row. That's hard. So we have to figure out a direction, like what we do in Love Walked In a lot. We find out what that word is that we're going for to help it move through. At the moment it's, I will be here, don't you cry. But I think we might be here.
Yes.
Would that make sense?
Yes.
I will be here, don't. And that second don't, it's the basis you have now, isn't it? Yeah, it's lovely. So that second don't is the thing we're repeating. We're repeating for a reason. We don't just repeat because Kevin Keller wrote it down. I mean, we do. But that's your reason for it. Don't cry, don't cry. That's that feeling of it. So a little extra on here for everybody. I will be here, don't you? So that it lightens up everything else. And then for the bases on that repeat, your word is don't. Okay? Nice. Yeah!
You know, this is only one part of our life.
Some basics. Can we just do the beginning? Just a tiny bit fuzzy at the edges. It needs to be and I want that breath after each one. I want that little grow after each one. It's just a bit not quite there. So just the basics. Sorry, I was on the wrong note for you. That was really unhelpful. Just bases into your cups. 1, 2, 3, bases. Good. All the way down. Nice. If that note is very low for you, just nod. Okay? We have different ranges. Some of us are tenor, some of us are low basses.
Are we all supposed to be cutting that?
Everyone is supposed to be going cut. Off, definitely. I want that little space in there. It's a rhythm space.
Yeah.
If you can go through, great, well done, I'm delighted for you, don't. Okay? So I'm getting a mixture of things in the bass. I'm getting a few people not quite coming up to the notes. They're probably our lower singers. And I've got a couple of people not quite getting all the way down. So really listening, okay? 1, 2, 3. It's very easy to go, Daddy, I don't have any words. They're all vaguely the note, yeah? Nah, this is barbershop, we gotta be every single one. I can't have or do. Clean, every single one. You are the foundation of everything else that happens. So as clean as you can make it, and as much concentration as you can put into that, even though it's a do, that's what we're going to need. Okay, everybody from the beginning, please. 1, 2, 3, and. Good. Really accurate paces, please. Nice. So smooth.
I will be here.
chorus. I want it nearly to be a parody of singing smooth. I want it to be the smoothest thing you've done all day. This is our first declaration of the words, and I want it to be you be in my heart, no gaps at all, totally smooth. And then heart, my heart, yes you, so that it's just like, I don't know, toothpaste coming out of a tube or something. It's just the smoothest thing you've ever seen. And we will be cautious of the word be, that we don't end up going this way. You'll be in. The same things that we're talking about in Love Walked In, they all apply here. I want to do a little run up to it because you'll do it right if I just go straight in. I have to get you to sort of half forget it and then try and remember. Again, this bond between us has a tendency to be a bit, this bond between us. This bond between us. And you're grand once we get to be us, because I do the hand thing and you go, oh yeah! But this bond B tends to be a little bit. We go from 4-1 so small. It begins with the basses. The basses bring us in. It's an E. So, 4-1 so small. And then 4-1 so small. 4-1 so small, 4-1 so small. You, Janie McPherson. 4-1. The bass are going to bring us in. 1, 2, 3.
4-1 so small, you seem so strong.
Nice.
My arms will hold you, keep you safe and warm.
Great, smooth singing. Keep going.
This bond between us can be broken. I will be here, don't you cry.
Hold on, I have to praise the basses. The I that you did, I will be here. It was very light and beautiful and just exactly what we wanted. And actually, we need to take a lesson out of their book for I will be here. Because I will be here, don't you cry is a very gentle thing to say. And you did it beautifully gently. Thank you. So, yes, well done. So can everyone else that nice light that's on board, that light bright singing? I don't mean I will be here. I just mean the lightness to the sound. We're not pushing it all. Really nice faces. Okay, I had set a timer for myself so that I remember to do go the distance. So one more time for one so small, and then we'll do go the distance. Bases, you starting it. 4-1, 1, 2, 3.
4-1 so small, you seem so strong. My arms will hold you, keep you safe and warm. This bond between us can't be broken.
destiny calls. It should be first dramatic altogether. You can see me waving my arms a lot. If you look back in the video, I'm like, yeah, and you're like, oh. But I'm looking for a crescendo there. We'll do it next time. Hey guys, go the distance, or don't. Just sing it. All of the good singing. Quiet here. I haven't done this in a while. It's going to be rusty. That's okay. Let's hear the first note. That's the baritone. That's the tenor. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have often dreamed we'll do this, we'll run through it a couple of times at every rehearsal. But what I like, sit down there. What I like is that you're applying the good technique that we're learning to it. The smoother is working, some of the nice vowels are coming through, all sorts of good things. So, probably needs a few tweaks here and there just to remember the bits and the not bits and whatever. But that's just a matter of you guys going over it and having a listen. Okay, we are at the end, so a few things. Number one, we're in great shape. Love it. Don't stop working now. Don't be like, have it. Okay? Because the improvements are great, but because we only meet once a month, I kind of have to ask more of you, or it'll just leak out your ears in the meantime, yeah? That's what happens to all humans. It leaks out our ears. So the next rehearsal that we're having is our rehearsal weekend in August, and we have our long rehearsal on Saturday and our shorter normal time rehearsal on the Sunday. Both will be with the amazing Joe Cerruti, who we personally are flying over, and he is, I know lots of you got to work with him before, he's amazing. He's just one of the best in the business and really a great teacher, which is part of it. It's not just that he can do it, but he can teach it. And I'll say it now, but I'll also say it on the day. We have to go into coaching with a really open mind. Don't be worrying about what he says to me. I'm well used to Joe Cerruti, I'm well able for him. He doesn't intimidate or bother me at all. So if he's telling me to do something, don't be like, oh my God, Becky, you won't like that. I don't care. I am happy to release my ego to someone who's just got 4th place in the world, yeah? Like, we ain't there, friends. So don't be worrying about that. Just take everything in as much as you can. Keep the chat to a minimum as much as you can, so that the time that we're with them is spent not getting people to quiet down, but learning. I will, of course, video the sessions and I'll put them online like we do. But yeah, do all the work you can so that he gets to work on the things that I haven't been talking about. Yeah? Because if we get it and he goes, you need to be accurate and smooth, I'll be like, really, Joe? So it's up to everybody to kind of try and build those great habits, so that when we're not at our best, and we can't always be at our best, for whatever the reason is, that we're able to fall back on really good technique, really healthy singing, really good barbershop singing. That sound good?
Yes.
Thank you so much for your hard work.
Just one question. Will the concentration for that weekend be the 2 convention songs or all the songs?
No, 2 convention songs.
Right, so that's what we're talking.
100% convention. Yeah, we're on the train now.
Oh, it's all in the
It's in the email. I have it written down, but yeah, we've got a big block now. He's not going to do a 4-hour coaching block with us. I want to start with us having a bit of time to warm up ourselves and get out all the things that we've forgotten, and then we'll bring him in and we'll do that. So we'll probably have 2 hours and 2 hours with him. The idea is that by putting them one day after another, we can really build. You know, rather than kind of having a one and then forgetting it all. And I'll talk to him about it, but we probably will work on both songs both days. But he might want to do one or the other. It doesn't really matter, but it's You'll Be in My Heart and Love What We're. That's the big deals that we're working on. And we're going to be totally open to everything he's got to say. All good? Yeah. Thank you very much, everybody.